My name is Darcio Gondaga, CEO of Trillium Media. It's a pleasure. I'm so excited. Activation Tour. Activation Tour, Saturday, April 2nd in Atlanta, Georgia. Listen to me. This conference is like no other conference in the United States. You know, I've been going around the world for the last 6 years and I decided to bring it back to the state, even if I'm still going to Canada and sometimes later on during the year, you go back in Europe and early 2023 in the continent of Africa and West Indies, you know, in the next 12 months. I will give more details. But for people in the States, they've always been asking Danida and I, can you have activation tour in the United States, especially in Atlanta? Because we know a lot of people in ATL will live in Atlanta. And I said, you know what, I want to really bring it. And some people don't really know what is activation tour. You know, it sounds good, I know, it's a good branding name, activation tour, what you activate. But it's really a combination of different skill set and different anointing, okay? So you have to think about what it means to when you have a global entrepreneur who got the anointing of a prophet and the office of an apostle. So when you combine those three different anointing in business, you know, internationally, and understand how to maneuver to establish business globally, but at the same time, you have a prophetic voice and you sit in a seat of an apostle, so you can really declare things globally and things move, shift, the life of people are transformed. But what been missing is that people, most of the time, they go to a straight business conference with a lot of information, or they go to a spiritual conference, a lot of anointing, preaching, declaring, praying in tongues and all that. But you know, you need both working at the same time to really have massive result to be a world changer. You have to understand the both worlds. You have to understand what's going on in the marketplace and what's going on in a church. And to bring that together into a global language so you can go beyond cultural barriers, beyond cultural languages. Because like what you have is so unique that you can transcend what you have to say in so many different, you know, ways for people to catch what you have to say, and you transform the life of people. You know, it's very, very important. So I will give you like 12 little steps. I will go in more details, of course, you know, during the activation tour. But you have to understand really how these type of things are working, okay? So these 12 steps, and I will go step by step. You know, I will try to do it under 20 minutes so I can make sure that people can digest the information and get prepared when we come to the activation tour. And that's just my part of message. I don't even tell you what Danita is going to speak about. It's going to be very powerful. And I'm telling you, you're going to, you know, leave with a blueprint. You will leave with exactly what to do. You see a lot of people are online and they want to do business online, but they don't really know where to start and how to do it. And so, you know, sometimes it's kind of tough for them because they don't really know what to do. Okay? So it starts with most people, they have a job. They have a job and they do the best, you know, they can in the job. But unfortunately, according to the stats, about 90%, between 85 and 90% of people don't like their job. So it's very hard for you to be very professional and have results when you do something that you're not passionate about. So if you're not passionate about, how are you going to be able to make it happen? So the first thing that you have to do is to find a job where it's closer to your passion, closer to your intellectual ability to do something in the easiest way, in the ease, you know, when you don't have to think too hard, it just comes naturally to you, so you can do that. So you look for a promotion. So in the same company, or something that you can do, so, you know, like you can make a little bit more money, and it's according to the skill set. Then sometimes within the company is not good, you look for step 2 now, a better job. So a better job, you know, you go out there on LinkedIn and you're looking, you know, for a recruiter, you're looking for a better job with more money, 20K more, 40K, according to how much money you can get and how fast you can get in your company and get this type of money. So you're looking for a better job, and sometimes it's not really what you really want, but it's better than what you used to be, so you take it, you know, something new. But after 6 months, say, man, I love this job, I don't like the supervisor. Or I love the supervisor, but I don't like this job. I don't like my manager. Or I'm in a senior team and I don't like the senior. So there's always something going on and you're not sure what to do. That's a step number 2. Now you go to step number 3. You say, forget that. I need more money. I need to pay my bills. So I'm going to keep that job. And then I'll go home. Then I'm going to work somewhere from 7 to midnight. Figure out something, I'm going to use that extra money to eventually, maybe one day, some way, somehow, start my own. The problem is that you cannot start your own business. You need these 2 elements that most people don't have. Number 1, you need clarity. You need clarity to what you're being called to do that will give you the courage to not abandon when things get tough. And number 2, you need to learn how to sell. Not how to sell a product, not how to sell some stuff that you never were before or something you don't know about. You have to learn how to sell yourself. Do you know how to sell yourself? And unfortunately, those 2 skill sets, most people, they don't have it. So they don't know how to sell themselves. They don't know, they don't have enough clarity for a vision to where they're going, and their identity is not solid enough to go against the grain. So even if you have a desire to start a business, you can't. So the best transition for most people, not everybody, for most people, number 4, they go to all home-based business. So you have to sell a product and the company already have some type of reputation. All you have to do is to repeat some type of script, and you have you can borrow the personal brand equity of a business to sell. Let me explain, that for you. So you might not be able to sell your own shoes, but if you become the president of Nike on the Southeast, you're going to make some money because you have a team and you work for Nike. So it's going to be easier for you to sell because of your position and your status. It's like an instant status because now you associate your name with Nike. That's a whole other story to try to sell something from you, to start a company from scratch, from zero to a marketplace. A few people have this type of skill set. I have that. I can start my own from scratch and go all around the world. So that's what I'm going to talk about, the activation tool. So now you start your home-based business or MLM. So you get into a company and now you get paid through commission. Most of the time between 10 to 20%, 10, 15%. Sometimes it's 3%, 5%. But if you know what to do and it's a good product and you can be able to present it well and you know really how to choose the right type of clientele, you'll be okay. You'll be better than a job. You get real quick to 6-figure and feel like you have some kind of freedom, okay? But then you still need to know about business to build a system to free yourself from time and not try to recruit all the time or try to sell all the time. The most important thing that you have to learn when it comes to business is that you have to build a system that's working for you. So you're still working, but you're working the system. It's not you working to get the system to work. You're working the system being established according to your business model and what you have to offer. Very important. That's why I need to talk about it real quick. I was like, what? Let me talk to my guys, to my people tonight, even if, I utilize Daniel's page. That's another story why I have to do that. So number 5, you're getting recognized by your company. So now you're moving rank and people start knowing your name. Because as you move ranks, you go to different ranks and maybe you start with making $2,000, then you make $5,000 a month. Then you make a $10,000, like, woo, you making the 6-figure. 6-figure is so important because according to the stats, it's like only 20%, less than 20% of United States make $100,000 a year. 80% of the population make $100,000 or less. People who make more than $100,000 is only 20%. So when you get to about 20%, you start paying your bills on time. Sometimes you pay your advance. You can go to a couple trips, a year. So you start, getting okay. People start knowing who you are. So that's level number 5. Number 6, you start now understanding, the power of a personal brand. So you know what? I like my company and stuff like that. Let me see if somebody utilizes my name. People start knowing my name. Maybe I can write a book one day or something. I need to buy my own domain because my name now, resonates. People know who I am. And, sometimes I speak for my company. You don't have your own speaking engagement yet, but, people start calling you here and there and do a little workshop, a little Zoom here. And tell you your name start, hey, people like my name. So you start, personal branding. So you go to number 7. Now you start to diversify your business. So you got your home-based business, you got a little bit more money. You might, buy an apartment here, another house here. You might start a car rental business, a credit business, something, about money, insurance business. So now, not only you have your home-based business, but now you have another business on your own. You sell jewelry, you sell clothes, you sell something, beside what you're doing for your MLM company or home-based business. So now, you start having money coming from two different directions, from your MLM business and then for business you establish. Now level number 7, you start understanding a little bit. And now that's where really Activation Tour will start going in details. Building your brand. Building your brand is by being a speaker, create your own events, start writing books, create online courses, mastermind. So now what you do, you try to gather all the information that you ever receive in your life or master, and you create what we call a system I call, you start franchising your mind a little bit. So you say, you know what, let me create different avenues. So now you utilize your knowledge and you create different businesses from your knowledge, not one. And now that's when now your money is going to start going very fast, and you will see that, whoa, I never started. So you're going to start a business just for your speaking engagement. So you start a business for your speaking. Very important. After the speaking, you start a business for your publishing. So you release a book, but you're not just releasing a book, you get your own publishing company because more people want to do like you. So now you have other authors that you help put their book out. So it's a whole other business, okay? So now you have a speaking business, you have a publishing business, and now you understand that you have to start your own events. So from ticket sales to different partnerships that you can have, that's another check. So now you have another bag. So now you have 3 different ways to make money from your intellectual property. And then on top of that, you say, you know what, I cannot talk to everybody. I need a VIP coaching program where I can talk to a few people once a month and they pay me for that. Then you have your high-end clients that, they pay you from $3,000 to $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month or a year, according to what you offer. That's another way to make money, okay? So then you say, wait a minute, every time I go speak and all this kind of stuff, I can just, as one person, I cannot be in 3 countries at one time or 10 countries at one time. You know what? Let me package my knowledge and make sure that I put my knowledge in an autopilot and create my own university with a couple of courses I put on a website and create a system where people go and buy my course every month, every day, every week, and now you start making money, okay? So now you say, ooh, that's good. So number 9, now you monetize your expertise. So now you know exactly what you have. You create 6 different businesses. You're still doing your MLM, you can quit, you can continue, whatever. And now you say, you know what? The way I build all that is a real skill set. How much I can charge corporation to teach them how to do that. How I can be a consultant. So now you can get all your businesses together, and now somebody can pay you 6 figures just to access your catalog. I've been doing, a similar type of business a few weeks ago. You saw me dancing and stuff like that. So you get all your knowledge, and then you rent, or rent is a right term, for a limited time where they can have access to your knowledge. And then you're going to teach a part of the staff, of the whole staff. And you can make 6, 7, 8, it depends on the size of the company, but you can make between 6, 7, and 8 figure checks just because based on your intellectual property. So that's very important, And so number 10, when you learn all that, and you know that you got different businesses, you say, you know what? I need to put that thing in different languages. So you know that, unless you don't know, but there's more than 60 million people speaking Spanish in North America, especially United States. When we talk about North America, you need to understand something. It's not United States. North America is Canada, United States, and Mexico. So you have to understand that on top in Canada, there's a part of Canada who speak French, Quebec, and then, the south of North America is Mexico. So there's more than 100 million people speaking Spanish, and people who speak in Spanish in the United States. So you talk about 150 million people speaking Spanish. So you have to learn how to put your content in Spanish and French. Okay, so now you have all your content, all your catalog, all your books, all your online courses and mastermind and products in 3 different languages. At that moment, you destroy your competition. If you live in the United States, you just destroy your competition because like less than 1% of the speakers do that. So you let the 99% doing what they want to do the same thing, dress the same way. That's 99% of people. But in the 1%, now you enter, the level of people like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Brendan Bouchard. Now you've like the top 1% speaker, Brian Tracy. People have been doing like for 30 years and more. Because like now, you start in different languages. And at this moment, you say, you know what? We passed 10, different businesses and stuff. Number 11, now you're going global now. You're going global with your brand. So now you just don't just go to the Caribbean, no. Now you go to Europe. Now you go to Africa. Now you go to Asia. Now you go to the Middle East. Now you go to South America. Because now your brand is global and you have what it takes to really take your brand, globally, because now you have different ways you prepare yourself. So when you expand, you have a solution. You have a blueprint. You know now how to add another language to your business, Arabic, Hebrew, Farsi. You have to understand that Farsi is people from Iran. And people when think about Iran, think about, Iran. No, people in Iran are very smart. They have, from the top 10 countries of people who consume and buy the most books. So you can make, 6 figures a year just because your book is in Farsi. That's a whole other, we're going to talk about another time. But that's why it's so important, And Activation Tour, we can teach you how to do that. You ever heard another conference who do that here in North America? No one. We do. This is why you have to come to Activation Tour. This is different. We do different stuff, and you go around the world and you build a global network. I have people in my network now with millions of followers on their page in another country. I can just, make a phone call, go to another country, I got 100 people showing up with no ads, nothing. Why? Because I took my time to build a global network. I can go to different places. I was talking to one of my students yesterday. I'm going to do a conference in 2023 in a part of the world. I'm going to have like at least 1,000 people showing up. Just because I make a phone call, say, hey, just arrange that, But you cannot just do that. You have to take a time to build a global business. And I'm so happy I did that in 17 minutes. So you can watch this video, digest it. I came from another angle, took my time, so you might not hear my French accent. You don't need to read subtitles, but at least you will understand how important it is for you to come to Activation Tour. And that's just my part though. And for the first time ever, I will have a 2-hour session. Most of the time I do that in 1 hour. Some people say, So this time I'm going to do 2-hour session. 2-hour session during the conference. Our wife's going to come and speak from the emotional intelligence point of view that you need to be able to manage and execute that type of information. Because sometimes it can be overwhelming. Oh my God, I don't know what to do, how I'm going to be able to make it happen. Oh my God, how are you? Oh my God, that was going to be crazy. I want to do it. Hey, William. So William was there with his lovely wife. He's going to come back. But I'm telling you, this time is going to be different. Because I want to put everything I have in me, I want to leave it to you. I want to leave it to you because I believe that I want to see people succeed. And, see what's going on now between Ukraine and Russia and stuff like that. It's like you have to understand how to position yourself globally to be able to not get the consequences when global events happen like that, to know how to move. That's very tragic for people in Ukraine and even people in Russia on both sides. When there's a war, there's not a pretty side, it's always ugly. But you have to think about like, hey, why this thing going on? There's a currency, there's something moving. So there's a wave moving from one part of the world to the other part of the world. And you have to understand where the wave is going to be able to catch the wave. And when you know how to catch the wave and you're not surprised by global events because you understand global history, somebody like me, I remember living in Europe and seeing 2 different Germany. I don't know how old you are, but I remember that vividly. I remember when they break the wall and it was East Germany and West Germany. Germany. You have to understand that, and new countries were created. So all this kind of stuff, you have to understand what the globalization mean, how to go global really mean, and why it's so important to have your content in another language by English. So when stuff like that happen, your message can go cross culture, cross boundaries, cross whatever. And then when you get to that level, I'm telling you, you will never be the same and you'll be able to navigate. So what you have to do is just go on the link somewhere in that video, get your ticket today. I'm telling you, the event will sold out. I'm telling you, it will. The event, I already know. So take the time to do what you have to do. We're gonna take, the best procedure that we can get to make sure that everybody is comfortable at the conference. The place is gonna be not too far from Atlanta Airport. There's gonna be a free shuttle from the airport to the hotel where we're gonna have a conference. Just get your ticket now, man. I'm telling you, get your ticket now, and I will see you Saturday, April 2nd. If you watch this video and you live in Canada, we're coming to Montreal May 28th, Saturday, May 28th, so get ready to. Do what you have to do to come to a Canada experience, because I got something there for them, it's gonna be very, very dope. So do whatever you have to do. Thank you so much. I don't wanna stay here long. Get your ticket, share that video. Is not long, it's 20 minutes, so I know that people are gonna be able to get it. So do what you have to do. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, and I believe Danita will do a video sometime maybe next week. When she will give you a side of the message that she has. Oof, powerful. So we're both gonna speak, and then we're gonna respond to a Q&A, and then we have another extra 3 to 4 hours VIP where we can go really technical and step by step about your strategy. Okay? All right then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.